Hi guys, this is Snapcraft and welcome back to another content produced by me. It's gonna be the 16th Grand Final split between Soki and Mini, and this is the second game in the set. This in the series, this game is gonna be played on La Campañela, the map that, oh my freaking god, make love not war. Exactly, a Christian dude, a Buddhist guy, what is that thing? Squid Game prisoner. I was sitting in the front and cheering for God knows who. But anyways, exactly, man. We are at a time when we need more love and less war, right? I mean, I have to really, really feel for anyone living in the Middle East right now in that tight area that Albert Mark Twain or Albert Einstein, I think Albert Einstein once said it's a desolate place. No leaves, no animals can be seen for miles. Now, there's a lot of animals. There's a lot of activities in Israel, in Jerusalem, in the West Bank, and also there's a lot of activities in the Gaza Strip. No pun intended. But you know what? I have visited Israel. I haven't been to the West Bank. I haven't been to the Gaza Strip, but I've been to Jerusalem. I've been to Tel Aviv. I've been to the coastline. I've been to the Dead Sea, and it's a lovely place. So shalom if you are Israel. And okay, we're having a double probe going out here and doing a cannon rush. And actually, on Team Liquid hype report thread, people have said that Mini need to really commit with his cannon rushes and not, oh my god, the drone's getting attacked and that single drone is going to be falling. He's taking way too many hits, man. He's taking way too many hits. The second drone comes out though, so it's going to be impossible now for Mini to pull off his cannon rush. And we might even have another base down here because these drones are coming out and they don't even need to mine out this mineral patch before he's able to put down his base. And looks like Mini is gonna try to attempt to stop this drone from making an expansion. Just go for the pylon, man. It's gonna be a lot better because the moment you go for the pylon, the drones are forced to chase you and not make an expansion. But actually, for now, we're seeing. Oh my god, that's a lot of good practices. Looks like Mini has practiced and so has Soki. And now we're gonna be having another drones getting chased down. Mini is not yet able to take out this drone. And once again, the APM difference is staggering. 470 APM versus 280 APM. We have a weak drones running for its life here, but Mini is not able to take it out. But he's forced Soki into this micro war instead of going for the expansion. And now we're going to be having a cannon coming up. But let's see if Mini is going to play bluff here because actually there is no overlord in the area. So why need having to build a cannon? Just build a gateway first. I would have just go for the gateway, man. Why do you even go for the cannon? You know that there's no overlord in the area. And Soki might just focus on the attention on the probe and on the pylon instead of going for the attack. But actually we have a zoning, going through the area. Yeah, the overlords are not yet even arriving at the bottom right corner of the screen. So Soki might even think that his enemy is located at the bottom right, man. But actually it's not. Anyways, we're gonna transition into a normal game now, which the drone taking the expansion and then taking the third base at the 3 o'clock position and Lair coming up and Zergling's blocking the area. So I think effort has not effort. Soki has learned from effort's mistakes, and he's gonna try his best to deny scouting from Mini. He's gonna just not make any mistakes of letting his door be opened, and whether he goes for Hydralisk Den or whether he goes for Lair and Mutualist, he needs to hide it well. And for the time, it looks like that's what he's gonna be doing and going down to third base. So La Campañela, the map picked by Soki, is I think really good for Zerg up into the mid game because you take your third base for free. And I guess to a certain extent, it's good for Protoss as well because Protoss can take the third base for free. And this is why on this map we see a lot of commitment to the air. We don't see a lot of Hydra Den built on this map because the advantage of going for the bust is less than the risk of getting allowing your enemy to take the third base as Protoss for free. So this is why the Zerg player often chooses to go for lair attacker just to make sure he can get the advantage on the air. And if Mini knows what's good for him, he might go for double Stargate again. Looks like it's going to be a Robo build, okay, because he's saying, I know you've gone for the expansion at the 9 o'clock position, so I'm going to invest something just so that he Okay, we have a backdoor hatchery here. This is a really unique feature of the map and a really peculiar decision, I think, by Soki to place it there. What is the advantage? I think just faster reinforcement towards the third base if you need to. Uh, or maybe he's trying to hide this hatchery, or what? What's the point of building a hatchery there? Or maybe just mine the mineral patches a little bit more efficiently. Okay, he's hiding some tech. Okay, he's not hiding some tech. He's hiding hatcheries. She's just simply hiding hatcheries. He choose a lot coming out in the front. But what is the purpose? Because we have a lot of Zerlings with speed, man. Okay, he's trying to see, do you have Hydralisks in the area? That's what I want to see. He's gonna try to get in the area, but before now he's gonna get surrounded. 2 or 3 Zerlings get destroyed, but all of the Zealot get destroyed, and that is not good enough of a commitment or of a trade-off, I think, for Mini. And I fear for Mini, but we're seeing switch into Hive, into Mutualist completed here, so we're going to be having a lot of commitment in the air for both the players, and Mini is also dead serious. He's building a lot of cannons in his main. He doesn't see any Hydralisk in the front door, so he's not going to just sit at home, sit tight with his forces here. We are seeing the first Corsair comes out. Is he going to be able to see the expansion or this double hatcheries in the back? Oh my god! He didn't see these additional hatcheries. What is the implication? What is the implication? He's going to do for double Stargate, but he's already lost his first Corsair. Look at his posture once again. Mini is known to just sit back and having hunchback here, and exactly that's what's happening. He's committing a lot into this gamble of Reavers and Shadow, possibly with speed. He needs to get it paid out. He's making a lot of cannons, man. I don't really understand why you're committing, even though you have a second Stargate. Why do you even go for the third cannon? Cancel the cannon so you can have a lot of forces to be used later. I think now we have just 2 courses, and we're gonna be having the first Shadow and Reavers made, and it looks like Soki is gonna start to make his Sunken in the front. So already Soki is ahead, man, catching an early Corsair, forcing the enemy to go for the third cannon in the main. And yeah, Mini is gonna try to take his own expansion, his own third base here, and that is gonna be something. I mean, I don't really approve of this decision to go for Corsairs and Reavers, man. Yeah, I guess this map you have a lot of semi-islands, but the 3 bases are so far from each other. Uh, uh, oh my god, not enough Corsair to escort this Shadow, and the Shadow actually doesn't have speed. So yeah, Mini is gonna be, I think, in serious trouble. We need to see a switch back into Hydralisk though. He cannot stay long with just Scourges, I think. But anyways, we're seeing a Shadow started to move out. We need more Corsairs, not just 4 Corsairs. 4 Corsairs is not enough. We're gonna be seeing a switch into a lot of Corsairs. Looks like he's gonna take this base here first, or maybe he's dropping something, or he's hiding in the corner. Corsair is gonna be coming out. Yeah, and now Mini has a full set. I think he's got two Corsairs trailing. He needs to group up the Corsairs together. Hydralisk in position to intercept, but Mini has got his third base as well. And finally, now we have the expansion completed. At least all of the Corsairs are dead now. Oh my god, the Shadow needs to be careful. Mini loses his Shadow. No, he doesn't. His micro is sublime. He's out of this world, but now he might lose it to something else. Hydralisk, but for the time, he's holding the ground well. Yeah, but you know what? Soki is also stretched quite thin. He needs to kind of defend from various angles here. And looks like Mini is looking for an angle to come in, but he's not going to be able to find that angle. He's waiting and patiently testing the waters. But I would just say focus on your expansion, man, and just try to go home. I'd say a second Shadow is coming through, and now we have 2 Shadow. Mini need to take out those Corsairs on the left side. You know what? Mini is the guy who invented this Corsair micro against Scourges. Have you seen those micro where you don't need the full set of 6 Scourges to go for the one-shot kill? You can just dance around, attack, go back, attack, go back, and he just really reinvented the way to play this game. Anyways, Reavers get dropped. The first Reaver is taken out. Mini is not picking up the Reaver. He's going to be losing the second Reaver. No, but he picks up the rest of his units. He loses, oh my god, okay, he loses what? He loses single Reaver, and something, but now he's gonna be able to attack the drone. He needs to take out all of the drones. He takes out 3 drones, and that's good enough. He's gonna take out the Scourges once again. He holds the advantage in the air, but now it's gonna be time for him to kind of go back, I think. He's so greedy, man. But on the other side of the map, we're seeing also the 4th base getting set up. Do we have these Hydralis coming out to corner him? Yes, he does. Soki comes out and tries to take out the Shadow and the Reaver. And you know what? But the more the game goes, I think the more the advantage is going to go to Soki. Supply, look at the supply, 91 to 91. The huge counterattack is starting already. Do we have High Templars? I don't think we have High Templars. Do we have drops coming out from Soki? If Soki is timing a drop attack, it's going to be devastating because the third base is so fragile right now. We have a lot of overlords following up, and yeah, we're going to be seeing overlord coming inside the main as well, but this is futile because there's like 3 cannons in the main. So it's not good to drop here, but we don't have anything but Reavers. That's going to be the issue. Looks like Mini is moving out. This might be the wrong time to move out though, because Soki might be moving in, and the 2 players might be saying hello to each other. Ha ha ha. But anyways, we see the drop of Reavers here, and I guess this base is gonna get attacked. But before that, we're gonna be seeing a double drop, maybe not even a single drop. We might see a double drop, but Mini picks up the Reaver. He needs to kind of micro better. He picks up the Reaver, and the drop has begun though. We have 3 Zealot in position, but Mini is not paying attention. He needs to move his Zealot. He does move his Zealot. The drones are getting pulled, and this base gets hit. Oh my god, the Corsair! What are you doing? He's gonna try to attack. These 3 other overlords now. Do we have any defenses in the main? Mini APM is so fast, man. But he needs to come in here. He dropped a Reaver. He dropped the second Reaver. His Shadow gets again out, but so many potential for attack in the main. He's gonna take out the Spire maybe. One of the Reavers gets sniped. Where's the rest of Mini armies? He does have units in the area. He's taking out several overlords. Mini is playing like a beast that he is. And yeah, this attack is thwarted. Both of the attack was thwarted, and a lot of overlords were lost in the process. But we might be seeing another drop coming up soon. Mini needs to regroup his Corsairs and anticipate the drop at this third base. Mini was able to take out Soki's fourth base. That was a crazy attack with just double Reavers. I'm quite sure he's got Reaver upgrades, like the attack upgrades or the Scarab upgrade. I think the attack upgrade would be better. But anyways, for the time being, Soki and Mini on the same number of supply, but that is just purely army. Soki is relying mainly on Hydralis, which is supply intensive, and Mini is relying on Reavers. Like a single Reaver is worth like 10 Hydralis if you kind of attack it together with cannons and stuff like that. If you kind of group up those structures and units together. But anyways, for the time being, the game is so tense. We're at the 13th minute mark. Soki 110 supply, getting his fourth base set up, and Mini also having his 3 base, and he's gonna try to take out several Hydralis here. He takes out 1 Hydralis, 2 Hydralis, 4 Hydralis, and he clears out this group so he can go for the attack later. Zealot don't have lag. Now they have lag, and we're gonna be switching into conventional war with High Templars. High Templar and Reavers together will be devastating. He's moving out though, Mini. I don't know if this is the right time to move out, because that means his enemy is going to be able to move in, but there's already a Reaver position at this base and several Reavers. Where are the High Templars? We need to see more High Templars in the area. It looks like Mini's going to return though. Oh my god, he needs to pay attention as this drop attack. He knows that it's coming, and we have Lurker as well. The Reaver needs to attack the Lurkers. The Zealot's getting wasted. Oh my god, he's going to be losing a lot of forces. But looks like the Overlord's going to get sniped. Not enough forces to clear this area, and all of the Reaver, all of the High. Oh my god, but that was a mistake though for Mini, from losing his double Reaver to just a single Lurker like that. But anyways, one of the Lurker is going to get taken out. The other Lurker is going to get taken out as well. Mini is now having a 10 supply advantage. We have more drops on this main base here, but that's futile because there's so many cannons and Zealot in position. This might be just a tactical drop. Tactical meaning that's gonna be 2 or 4 Lurkers, that's it. Or maybe not a full drop. Okay, it is a kind of a full drop with 8 Hydralis. But it's gonna get taken out really fast. High Reaver getting sniped here, maybe? No, the Reavers get taken out, but we're gonna be seeing a single Lurker. An Observer might get sniped. He's gonna try to snipe the Observer, but not successful. And Mini is now up by about 20 supply, 30 supply. The game is on, but the Zerg is gonna transition into Hive Tech and Defilers here, so it's going to be time for Mini to go out and do a serious blow, man, to the ground, and not just the air. He's got enough forces. He's got double Reavers, High Templars, but he needs to not overcommit like the previous game. I would say that he needs to secure his 4th base first, because he's got a defender's advantage now. He's got Reavers, he's got so much Corsair, so just make sure you get your 4th base set up make sure your cannons are about 60% done, and then you can move out. I would say that because Dragoon range is not even done, so you cannot move out with your full army. Just get your fourth base. You can, I mean, if you can have a fourth base now against the Zerg that is on 4 bases, I think it's a lot better, right? I mean, the only disadvantage is that if you wait a little bit longer, Defiler would be a problem. But Defiler is not a problem when you're playing this Reaver style right from the get-go. The Reaver negates the powerful effects of the Defilers, I think. But anyways, looks like Corsair is going to hunt for Overlord. That is a nice idea. Look at that really scary fleet of Corsairs. I'm quite sure they have upgrades. The next destination is gonna be the 1 o'clock base that has, you know, several Overlords hanging in the area. It would be a nice time to slip in a Dark Templar drop and a High Templar drop. Oh my god, looks like the Corsairs, yeah, all the Corsairs are saved. 10 Corsairs, so strong, instantly kill any units in the area. Overlord, Scourges, and whatnot here. Anyways, one more Overlord gets sniped, and the Corsairs are still doing so. I need to be careful. He's gonna show his signature move here. You see that signature move from Mini, dancing with the Corsairs, and he doesn't need to one-shot the Scourge because he can dance, attack, and then fall back. He's so good with his micro that way. But anyways, looks like Soki has caught up in supply. All of the supply for Soki is purely, I think, oh my god, if Mini loses all of his Corsairs in this area, it's going to be a serious problem. There's a lot of Scourges. He's going to try to take the Scourges and escape home, which is a nice idea. The fourth base for Mini is set up nicely. Reaver needs to get deployed out. Looks like these Hydralians are out of position. We have a lot of observers seeing the area, and we're going to be seeing, looks like some of the Reavers are way too far back, which is a 9, but he's dropping several High Templars. I guess not dropping High Templars, just deploying them and attacking and taking out so many forces and pull back. It's going to be time to pull back. Dragoons need to hold position. I guess a hold position, but move back, I guess. That other base, does it have enough cannon set up? High Templar is going to get sniped. Oh my god, don't lose all of your High Templars. Looks like he's able to save his 4 High Templars because a single Dragoon is good enough to hold against a single Zergling. I think the fourth base for Mini is it set up. Where are the cannons? The fifth base for Soki goes up. We are treated to a full-scale, you know, conventional macro game here with several technologies being deployed by both the players. Cracklings, Defilers, Reavers. I mean, the only thing we don't have is Dark Archon. Usually we see Dark Archon deployed as well. Looks like Cracklings counter-attacking, but they're gonna be fighting against a war. Reavers in position. Looks like Mini senses something. He knows his enemy is expanding at the bottom right. He's gonna try to go out there. Corsair, get home! Don't attack anymore. It's gonna be time for you to go, but maybe he's trying to clear up some Psi. But I would say don't clear up any Psi. You don't need to clear up any Psi. Pick up your Reaver. He's gonna try to save both of his Reaver, and he's able to make sure that his enemy is not expanding to the bottom right. And he's definitely clearing up Psi, man, because he's wasting units needlessly. This other Reaver is destroyed. Where's the rest of the Protoss? Frostus looks like he's moving there with the rest of his forces supply-wise. Mini just lost a Shadow and a Reaver, so he's kind of plundering his supply. He needs to send 2 Zealot to take out the bottom right base, which he does right now. And that base will not have, it might, do we have a Nidus Canal? I don't think, okay, just 2 Archons. So this hatchery is as good as that. And Soki is transitioning into the top left area. He's trying to clear out that area. I think we have a Dark Templar or something like that in that area. He's trying to take that expansion. He's going to be able to take that expansion now. Excuse me. So Mini is going to transition to that area. Another base that is able to be taken by Soki is the 12 o'clock base. We're seeing that base getting set up now. Mini has a full arsenal of units. The only thing he doesn't have now is Reavers. Funny. After he opened up with Reavers, looks like he's going to move their High Templars in position to intercept his incoming army. Looks like a lot of Soki's forces are going to get destroyed trying to attack the main forces here. The Lurker we need to get focused upon, and the Lurkers get deployed with the nice Dark Swarm here. So that's good. We need to have more Zealot in the area to clear out the rest of this Zerg unit, and indeed they get cleared out. But Mini is returning after he's finished clearing out those units. Maybe he just want to make sure that his units get time to recuperate their shield, because forces of the Protoss army rely mainly on shield, and time is the friend here of the Protoss army. He's gonna try to just fall back. That is a terrible storm. Doesn't hit anything. Soki is not yet maxed out, but Mini is nearly maxed out. He needs to move more forces, group them together. We're gonna be seeing a drop of Cracklings. Mini is patrolling that area at the 6 o'clock position like a beast. He's got several observers. If you look at the map, there's those red dots. by Mini. He knows exactly he's moving his army back because he knows his enemy is gonna try to go for drops here. He's getting ready to intercept, and yeah, now we have a Dark Templar see that area. Mini is gonna take this place. Two Archons against eight Zerglings. Who would win? That's gonna be the question here. Looks like the Zerglings are not coming into attack just yet. Oh, the core says, don't run around. What are you doing, Mini? It's very macro intensive to just try to move forces all together. And finally, we do have Reavers. The Reaver gets attacked upon just a single Reaver. Why do you have just a single Reaver? Pick up the Reaver and go home and storm the incoming Zerg army. Indeed, Mini is going to try to do that. He doesn't have enough High Templars. Where are the High Templars? Just two High Templars in this area. But anyway, he's able to clear out this Zerg forces. He might be able to take out this gas, though. I mean, it might be futile because this late game and that geyser might actually be depleted at some point. But anyways, we're gonna be having a plague. The plague is not so effective because Mini's forces are mainly Archon. Reaver! Oh my god, Mini, what are you doing? He's just overcommitting too much with this Reaver, but finally he's able to set things up. Zerglings are not yet attacking this base. And he's got, if you look at the mini map, Mini's got a red dot like everywhere. He's splitting the map into half. He's making sure that his enemy is not able to see, not able to move forces effectively. Zerglings is coming through, but Archons are in position to attack. And yeah, Cracklings knows what's good for them, so they're gonna be retreating. These Cracklings coming out is gonna be meeting a lot of Dragoons in the area and getting clear out. Oh my god, a Shadow getting sniped. Mini is not paying attention. He's moving out at the last minute. That might be just like 4 Dark Templar, I don't know. Cracklings coming through, but they are gonna be retreating right away. Reaver deploying in the area, damaging those Cracklings, and they're forced to get back. So Mini is doing a really good job with intel. Look at how many red dots he's got in critical location, so that he can react quick enough and deploy forces when he needs. Looks like he's gonna do another major attack now in the front. I don't know if this is a good idea. He needs to storm, Reavers, retreat, storm, Reaver attack, retreat. That's it. Don't engage your major army. You don't need to engage with their major army, man. Just bleed out the Zerg, make a ton of Archons, then retreat. I mean, that's gonna be, I think, the way to play. Both the players are maxed out. You know what would be nice to combo this army? Arbiters. Arbiters would be really great now, I think. But of course, that is a lot of investment. Sometimes Mini or Protoss players in general doesn't like to make that investment. Anyways, look at Soki is clearly taking all of the top left here. Mini is taking the bottom right. Let's count the number of bases. Mini's got 5 bases. Soki's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases. A lot of bases. Archon's getting targeted upon by the Hydrants, and that is a good move by Soki here, because Archon actually died really fast to Hydralisk's focus fire. Crackling's coming out to try to take this base, but that's going to be futile because so many Archon, Weavers, Cannons, Zealots, everything, and so this base is safe. We are still fearing a drop at the 6 o'clock base, but for the time being, Mini is holding to it really, really well. Defilers in the area with Soki, we need to make a decision. The more he drags this game into the late game, he's going to be on a losing side. This plague is not so effective because look at that, half of the army is Archon. Mini, what are you doing? He pulls back with the rest of his army. Excuse me. Alright, looks like we're seeing once again a lot of Reavers in the area. Soki might be getting to do a huge attack. We have this Dark Templar. Does he see this small crackling move out? He can maybe see, but maybe just 8 Zerglings is not good enough to do anything because 2 Archons are really, really strong and a lot of gateways production as well in that area. Alright, 200 supply army for both the players, +3 weapon, +1 armor, +1 shield from Mini. As to Soki, he's gonna take those other bases here, and what is happening here? A single Archon in critical location. Soki is just looking for leaks in the house, but Mini's been a very, conscientious plumber. He's, plugging up holes. He's making sure, his pipes are functioning well. Oh my god, this huge Zerg forces is an overcommit, and Mini is doing really well. Okay, this map, man, La Campagna, you have the center area. So if Zerg is splitting bases with Protoss, but you still have the center area, then it's still okay. If you can make the Protoss army bleed, or you can take out some bases with some drops, it's gonna be great. Anyways, looks like Soki is testing the water, running around on the different areas, but he's wasting a lot of Zerglings and Hydralisk in the process. Defiler, what's happening here? He's gonna try to go into the main. Maybe we have Reaver trying to take out the Defiler. Focus the attention on the Defiler. Defiler is sniped at the last minute. That's really good. Let's take a look at Dark Templar slipping in though. Excuse me, I have a cold still, but let's take a look at the Dark Templar slipping in at the 10 o'clock position. It looks like maybe the Dark Templar died, I don't know, but anyways, all of this Lurker is gonna get destroyed. Reavers focus the attention. Where are the Observer? Take out those weak Lurkers, but now Soki senses some weakness in Mini's defense. Gonna go for the attack now on this other side. We have okay, just Corsairs waiting to get deployed here, but Mini is gonna be coming out from both sides. We have Lurker in front. In the front, we don't have enough Observer to really deal with this, so that Nexus is gonna get forced to get cancelled. But look at this, man, this kind of meat grinder. High Templars casting storms on everything. We even have a Reaver in the back. The Reaver needs to attack in the Zergling. What the heck? Why don't you attack the Hydralisk? And that single Reaver get destroyed. But that was a lot of Zerg forces getting wasted in the area. And we have a Defiler, a Dark Storm here, but that Dark Storm is casting in the wrong area. We have a lot of Zerg unit coming through. We have an egg here. An egg is mobbed at a critical location, but the Reaver is flying in. Focus fire on the Shadow is going to be terrible for Mini, but Mini saved his base with his last minute Reaver attack. But he needs to kind of remake his base soon because he's doing okay, but he is kind of slow in making sure his bases keep up with the Zerg. Man, the Zerg economy is really strong. Both the players have very strong economy at this point. Both of the players are floating minerals. Soki is floating more minerals, +3 weapon, +1 armor. What's happening here? Reaver's getting dropped. That Reaver's gonna get destroyed. Okay, we have 4 Overlords in the back here. Not so sure what is the purpose of those Overlords. Are they going for drops? It's just scouting. But anyways, we're gonna be having another major attack in the front. High Templar needs to cast a storm, and Archon needs to pull back now. Archon needs to pull back. High Templar is not storming. He doesn't have enough storm. I think the army composition for Mini is not so good now. I mean, he doesn't have enough High Templar. He needs to get more High Templars and less of the other useless stuff like Dragoons. And okay, anyways, we're gonna be having another attack, but the Archons are way too strong. +2 weapons, +3 weapons, +2 armor, +2 shield. A lot of Zergs are chiming in. We need to have more storms and more reinforcement on the other side. High Templar is casting a storm. Mini is gonna be losing a High Templar. He's cast a single storm. He casts another storm. He needs to do that so to just make sure the Zerg wasted a lot of forces. He's not. What are you doing? He's got so many High Templars, but he's so slow. Mini is really fast usually, but he's gonna be dropping a Reaver into the battle, into the war zone here, and he loses everything. And this game might be going to Soki because Mini is not keeping up with the pace, man. He's a marathon runner, where Soki is a freaking 100-meter dash champion of the world. If that analogy is, in any sense correct here, yeah, Mini is mined out in a lot of bases. He needs to get another base set up soon. What is he doing? He's walking into this Lurker field with purely Archon. He's got so many Archons, but he doesn't have enough High Templars, and that is, I think, one of the problems. If you have a lot of Archons, you need to wait like a few and then go for the drop here with your High Templars or something like that. But anyways, he's making sure that the Zerg cannot overexpand. Excuse me. We're gonna be having another Doom drop coming in this base. That is gonna be very difficult because there's a lot of forces in the area. Dark Templar not enough to penetrate. Looks like Mini doesn't have enough forces to really deal. He needs to pay attention. He does pay attention now. He takes out several units, and we need to have Observer as well. Why are you fighting PVZ game with no Observer? Is Mini like having to go to the bathroom or something? Because it's very slow, I think. And now we're going to be having a drop here because this area is completely secured by Soki. He's going to try to take another base. Mini comes in with purely Archon against a Lurker minefield. That's not good, but he's able to storm the Hydralisk in the back, so that's good. So these Archons will clear out the front, and we're going to be seeing a drop now at the 6 o'clock base. Or maybe those Overlords are not dropping. I don't know. We have a single Corsairs remaining. Cannons are in position to intercept. Another cannon is in position to intercept, but there's just a lot of Lurkers. Do we have just enough cannons to hold or not? Maybe we don't. We have a Reaver coming out. Focus attention on the Lurker. The Lurker is taken out. No, it's not taken out. And we have no Observer in the area. Okay, we do have an Observer, so that Observer is gonna able to take out the last of the Lurker. So that's great. Anyways, for the time being, Mini is holding this area. But okay, we have another base getting set up at the 4 o'clock position. Looks like Zerg is coming over there. This single, the last Corsair of the game is gonna get taken out, and Mini is. I feel like Mini is kind of not really doing his APM thing anymore. I mean, he's very slow, and he's losing forces needlessly, but he's at least this battle is doing okay. Playing the Reaver, okay, that's right. That's like scratching me on the face here, not really doing the damage it needs to be doing. But anyways, a lot of storms are getting deployed. Lurkers on the left side, it's gonna get deployed. A kind of blind storm here. Okay, looks like this gas is gonna get taken out. More lurkers and more Hydralisk. Mini is down by about 30 supply. This isn't a big problem by itself, but he needs to really pay attention and not lose a Reaver and a Shadow like this. Mini, oh my god, you are gonna be losing your second hand observer. Is able to see the assimilator getting destroyed, and Mini is kind of low on gas. How many gases does he have? He's got 3 depleted gas, and if the 6 o'clock gets taken out, he's gonna have just 1 functioning gas. We have a Dark Archon that takes out a lot of units, so that's good. You need to have more storm. The High Templars, do they have storms or what? Okay, he's storming out a neutral egg as well. Very funny. Another High Templar, he's got energy, but he's not storming. He's storming the only High Templars that has energy here. Need to storm those units in the front. What does he seem like very slow? I think maybe he's like the APM is kind of slowed down a little bit. Of course, the game is very taxing on your body, on your hands, on your nerves, so it's expected. Alright, looks like Soki is containing Mini here. Mini is still about 20 supply less than his enemy. We might have a drop soon. Which begs the question, I mean, what is Mini using his forces for? Okay, finally, this is gonna be the Doom drop. Just a single lurker is deployed, but that's it enough to take out everything, man. He doesn't even need anything else because that single lurker, yeah, Mini has a lot of forces, but he's so slow to move units around. He's not moving with Shadow anymore. Anyways, we have a Reaver in the area. We get target upon immediately by the Zerg here. He picks up another Reaver, but that other Reaver is gonna get destroyed, and we need to come back. He's not deploying half of his ground forces, man. Looks like this game is gonna be won by Soki. Mini is futilely trying to move out. Going for the counter attack now would be suicide because there's lurker fields everywhere. Soki has taken the center base. Soki is taking the 5 o'clock base. Lurkers not yet being deployed. Reavers that need to get deployed now. That Reaver gets taken out, but nice storm in the back, clearing out a lot of the forces. You need to storm those lurkers, and the second storm we need to deploy it, where Soki need to pick up his lurkers. None of the players are playing perfect, but I think at this point it doesn't really matter anymore. Mini has lost the momentum. Mini has kind of is on a losing seat now. He's not allowed to expand towards his bottom left, and he's allowed his enemy to be just everywhere. I sense a 4-0 victory coming up for Soki. I think, look at this. I mean, what matters more than this game is that the mentality of Mini is going to be challenged. Okay, those lurkers have been weakened from before, so are dying really quickly, which is nice. But there's still more lurkers on the other side. The Reavers are not even engaged in battle. Why do you attack when your Reavers are not yet ready? A lot of nice storms are being deployed. Reavers are attacking Zerglings instead of more valuable units like lurkers and Hydralisk. And yeah, this battle is gonna end soon. Maybe Mini would win this battle, I'm not so sure, but it doesn't really change the outcome of the war here. More storm, that is nice. You need to go to the center and take out that base, man, at the cross, right in the center of the map. And also the 5 o'clock base, if you can take it out, at least slow down Soki a little bit because he's on fire. Instead of trying to reclaim your bases, I think you need to do a kind of a critical attack on, just certain bases, not all. I mean, for example, you cannot take out a 10 o'clock base for sure, but you can try to take out the 5 o'clock base, and which he's doing that right now. We have Reavers not in position to really help out with the main army here. That is a nice storm though. It's gonna be time for Mini to go to his rally point and pick up the rest of his forces because he's got a lot of forces in those areas. The Shadow needs to be careful because some Scourges are chasing it. Anyways, this area is secured and Mini is coming in. High Templars need to deploy another storm. Mini is really slow and he's not storming quick enough and picking up Reavers fast enough. I mean, Beast will be a lot better, I think, in this kind of movement. But anyways, this base is clear out. Mini is still slowly, transiting forces with transferring his forces with just one single Shadow here. He comes out and does some nice storms, and Mini is lapsing a little bit. with his APM. We have Archons need to start to attack the right area. He's just defending, Mini. Go, you need to know that Berserk is taking every single goddamn base on the map. You need to send like 2 Archons over there. Make Soki bleed a lot of forces to try to take it out, I think. Yeah, but anyways, looks like Soki 2,800 minerals in the bank. Reavers is gonna get targeted upon by a single Hydralisk. Pick it up and target. That Hydralisk mini comes out. He's got more storms in the back ready. He's storming correctly. He needs to storm that Dark Storm. He does attack, and he doesn't have it. Okay, at least he's gonna try to create this choke point here. Of course, Soki won't even go there anymore because there's no more value. He's gonna attack the front and force another cancel. Just a single Reaver, not enough to stop anything. And that Nexus is gonna get cancelled, which is gonna set Mini back once again. At least Reaver is gonna be doing the damage. Observer's getting sniped, not enough Observer, and Reaver is not fast enough, getting picked up, and the Shadow dies as well. We're seeing GG coming up soon now. Mini 90 supply, Soki 108. Soki's lost a base, but it doesn't really change anything. Alright, looks like Mini is trying to get this base set up. He doesn't have any forces, and Xehanort walking to the minefield. Exactly, you would never need to attack that base because for sure there's gonna be lurkers waiting in that area. We're seeing the final battle. The nail in the coffin. Soki comes in with everything he's got. He's gonna take this base out and then he's gonna pull back. He doesn't need to really commit further. And Mini GG, the second game goes to Soki. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to buy me a coffee, the link is in the video description. Have a good day. Bye bye.